is not an ancient myth. It's now. You feel it rising? The great solar flash? Oh no, it's not a myth. No. It's happening right now. Literally. The sun just got brighter again. And in today's lesson, I'm going to give you first-hand accounts. We're going to be diving into the past because future proves past. We're going up another octave. And since light is information, and nothing could really stop the sun, and nothing can stop what's coming, light warriors. So please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this very important message. You know, we have massive changes that are happening. They're actually happening with our sun, and our perception of life is according to the light. And I'm going to be sharing about that today. A lot of people have been sharing about a big day coming up on the 24th. Have you heard about this? So we're going to present that authentically, and it might mark another shift. We're going to go through another shift, little shifty shift. And we're going to be going through how this actually happens. It could happen in a small period of time, or it could happen over a long period of time. It's not just about one specific day. It's always about going through a shift. And, you know, we could dive into the past and see that we're moving into a time period where everything is brighter. Yeah, everything is brighter, regardless of what they say. We're going to a brighter, happy, and better time. And we're all doing the inner work, and what's reflected from the inside actually becomes part of the hologram that we're in. And there's this positive feedback loop that's happening right now. And it absolutely can't be stopped. It really there's just so much momentum right now. And like it can't go, you can't put it back in the bottle, light warriors. Oh no. So let's give everyone another minute to get on. And I want you all to focus on bigger, brighter, better days ahead. Soul flesh. massive shift. And it's all being dictated by the sun. It resonates within your DNA, which is responsible for light and sound reception and transmission. You were lied to your entire life. You never had junk DNA, kid. It's time to wake up. Wake up now. So we gave everyone enough time. If you haven't done so already, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this very important message and energy update. If you haven't done so already, if it calls you through free will, of course, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. You'll get all the updates. We have group chats on Telegram and Discord, so we could all stay connected. I'm very grateful for all the support on Patreon. We have live Zoom meetings, and there's a link pinned above if you'd like to support the channel. Very grateful for all of your support at this time. And if you have subscribed to the channel, we will also, because it's a community, and when we collaborate, that's where we get the real life evidence. We will run it up the poll, and we're going to put up another poll, and we're going to see if the collective agrees that the sun is now brighter once again. Yesterday on my journey, I rode my bike to my little quiet spot on the beach, and the clouds were in and out. The sun would come out of the clouds, and I just was like, I'm putting down my my towel, and I'm just like looking up, and I'm like, wow, it got brighter again. And if you resonate with this, if you're live right now, you could shoot some stars or suns or raise your hand in the chat. If you feel the sun got brighter once again. And remember, the truth cannot be told, it can only be realized. So I can tell you that the sun just got brighter, but only you yourself can realize it. Or maybe, again, remember, attention is the currency of the universe. You might not really have been paying attention. And you say, oh, you know what? The sun is brighter again. Yeah, the sun is brighter. The sun is looking more white. And if you really look at the sun, you could see that indigo halo around the sun. And if you're noticing this, and I'm looking at the chat, we're seeing the suns and I love the yellow hearts as well, blowing up the chat right now. There's brighter colors. So now I'm looking around, I'm looking at the rocks, I'm looking at the trees, I'm looking at everything, and I'm looking at everything so much brighter because of the sun. So when that light, think about if you're in a room and you use a different light bulb and how it makes everything in the room seem different. Does that resonate with you? So now when you have more of an output energy, there's more output energy from the sun, and we're going up another octave. You have to realize this, it cannot be told to you. So you have to, go out and you say, oh yeah, when you look at what the sun is hitting against, right? All the colors are brighter. You might also be noticing in your area that you have new vegetation. I've been in the same area for a while, and I'm noticing new types of flowers and new types of flies that are coming around, if you saw that in the group chat. Metaphysical Mike, thank you so much for the support. Michael, I hear and see mental images of my family telling me congrats for breaking free of my self-sabotage, and it feels so real to me. The deeper part of my subconscious really believes it, right? Yeah. You know what? You're going through graduation, Mike, and we all are. And we're actually breaking free of these subconscious programs. And our DNA stores and holds all of this information. Like when it comes to our genetics, right? The way that we physically look, right? We have all of our ancestors within us. That's why a lot of us, we're actually changing or healing or restoring our ancestry. And this is documented in the Akashic records. You don't have to take your blood and send it out. Those things, what is it, 23andMe? You don't need those things to tell you about your, I would put a big question mark on giving away your DNA through free will. Oh yeah. So it's all coming back online through the light. And that's why there's many attempts right now to disconnect people from their ancestry. We don't want to be disconnected from our DNA. We want to be in tune with our DNA receptors at this time. Oh, yeah. And so we're actually healing our whole ancestry. Like on my journey, I know I have certain traits that say my papa, my grandfather had, right? Even though it's my father, right? My mom, I could see them within me. And that's what this solar flash is doing. It's giving us the energy to overcome, right? So what Metaphysical Mike just shared, yeah, our ancestors are like, yeah, they're cheering us on right now. Oh, these are the 2022 graduates. Congratulations for all those that are graduating this cycle and making it through the rapture. It's good to see you all on graduation day. It's coming up real soon. Kim Fetzko, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. So you might be noticing that the solar, the solar flash, but the sun is looking brighter. It's making everything more brighter that we're experiencing, because we're just having experience in this hologram. So it jumps up another octave. And when you think of like maybe playing a musical instrument and you go up to another octave, it's big changes. A lot of people have been prophesizing a big day on the 24th. It's coming up soon. Better hold on. But we don't do that here. We don't do that here. We're not about dates here. However, we're about shifts. And this could happen in the short term. So remember, we just went through the Schumann resonance blackout. And as we went through that blackout, we went through a shift. It was a course of 9 days. 9 is completion, right? We didn't get the 10th day of darkness. But we went through 9 days, and we went through a massive shift. So when we look at the longer periods of time, the event is the expansion of human consciousness, which is connected to the sun. A lot of people knew about the light of Christ that was coming back. So how can I express this in something tangible that we could all relate to? And if you're getting a message that is relatable, please smash the like button. It helps others find this message, our community. People have been waking up. And I could look back, we could look at, we could look back at this event, right? The expansion of consciousness, which has been exponential. It really started in 9/11. Then it kind of upgraded in 2012. It further increased in 2015. A lot of information came out there in 2015. And then in 2020. 2020 represents clear vision. Some people still have not woken up since 2020. And a lot of people are waiting. They're saying, how come nothing major's happening right now? We're trying to get, or God is trying, it's not on my time. It's not on your time. It's on God's time in the divine plan. So we're trying to get the last bits of our brothers and sisters to wake up and reach critical mass before we get this big blast. It's coming in, kid, and it can't be stopped. So when we really look at this, some of the collective woke up in 9/11. Some of the collective woke up further in 2012. A bigger portion of the collective woke up in 2015. And a major part woke up in 2020. And then there will be those that get left behind. This is called the rapture. How much light can you take into the body? And I've been sharing with you. Remember, light is information. Light is information. We have to think about our world energetically, and energetically it manifests physically. Remember, each and every one of you are souls, regardless of what the serpents say, human. Anyway, you're actually souls, right? And you've lived many lives, and you're actually more powerful than you were led to believe. And the more that you take back control of your consciousness, your abilities, right? Your DNA activation, you start manifesting the new timeline, if you will. And, listen, I know people that were awake even before 9/11. But if you were awake back then and you knew that was all fake, I mean, it's a very long road that you've been awake this long, and I'm seeing it. I've really been awake, say, more in 2015. That was my jump off. What was your jump off point? Why don't you share it in the comments? Why don't you share it in the chat? Did you really wake up around? What were you pre 9/11, 9/11, 2012, 2015, 2020? When did you really go through your massive spiritual awakening? And this spiritual awakening has been happening for a while. And yeah, a lot of people did wake up before that. But remember, the controllers of the narrative controlled through fear. So I even remember that day. And I was younger. I was not as conscious as I am today. I mean, I took it all hook, line, and sinker. I believed all the stuff. And then all of a sudden, you wake up. And that was that jump off point around the 2015 time period. And I sat and, I talk about the isolation process. And, when you go through the ascension, you might find yourself alone. Is that you on your journey right now? Or have you found yourself to be alone at this time? And that's okay if you're being alone, because the reason so that you actually have the time to focus, because you came here for a greater mission. You came here for a greater mission. You didn't come here for the matrix, so on, blah, 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 the same circle over and over again. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Recycle the soul, use it as a battery, recycle it into the moon. We all know the whole thing. We know the whole process by now. You came here for so much more. The solar flash represents a world that is brighter, happier, and better than it was before. So, I remember back in 2012, I know some people have been on the channel and the journey with us for a while. I've shared this, but I want to connect back then to now. Because what I'm seeing right now, and it's not a big deal. I just notice it and I go, oh, it's brighter. It's no big deal. Back in 2012, I recall when we would do dismissal, right? And so we would dismiss the kids, we go outside, and I was remembering, the sun was really, really bright. And this was the year of 2012. I said to one of my coworkers at the time, isn't it so much brighter? And she's like, yeah, it's really bright, the sun. It's really bright. And I noticed the change in 2012. And remember that they said the world was going to... Remember all those movies? The movies, they said 2012 is the end of the world. They gave you a subconscious program to bring you back down into fear because they knew this great spiritual awakening. So you can't do this in the state of fear. Look at a lot of our brothers and sisters right now. They're in that state of fear, so they're not actually creating the reality that they want to experience. They're still living in fear at this time. So they wanted to bring down the collective's vibration by saying, oh, 2012 is instead of saying, oh, 2012, it's going to be a party, kid. 2012 is a party. They didn't say that. No, they didn't say, they said the world, they said, are we still here? Are you here? We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. So they trick humans to broadcast the signature of gloom and doom of a lower vibrational timeline. The solar flash is not an ancient myth. It's been happening and it's about to really pop off. We've shared this many times that there are multiple solar flashes. There will probably be a grand solar flash. Nobody knows the day or time. Nobody knows the day or time. The next one could be another solar flash, or it could be the grand solar flash. Don't know. And if you're new to this, we've had a solar flash back in December of 2020. We had one recently again back in March, and these cause these massive shifts and changes in our body. We have no idea what happened during the Schumann resonance blackout, the longest blackout recorded Schumann resonance history. Isn't that tremendous? Wow. What an interesting time period. This is an interesting year. and nothing could stop what's coming. So, you know, we're all being guided. We're seeing the evidence. We're getting the symptoms, right? So remember the solar plexus, right? Your solar, it's in the word, solar plexus. A lot of us are experiencing this crazy, it's like absurd how crazy it's been in our solar plexus. And we have to manage these symptoms and stay hydrated, which I also, just a minute here, there we go, forgot to get my hydration here. I'm like a nuclear power plant. Did you know you're a nuclear power plant? What happens when they keep the rods, or the rods come out of the water, the nuclear power plant? You got to stay high. I remember someone commented, you're drinking a lot of water. Annette Klein, 1111, thank you for your guidance. Michael, it's my honor to serve you. Annette, it's my honor to cause glitches in the matrix. And if you missed the most recent lesson, you're here to cause glitches in the matrix. So there's a program, and they plug in the program in the artificial consciousness, and they say this, 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 and then the human is going to do this. Do something different today. And do something today that your future self will thank you for. So let's take a moment. Let's recalibrate our energy for our future self. It's about our future self. And Anil, I know what you mean. A lot of us are feeling sick and tired. You know, I'm here right now sharing this authentically with all of you. I'm feeling the same. A lot of us are going through this this massive shift right now. We're feeling the shift in our body. You know, and I can't even put it into words. There's so much that's going on inside my body, and I don't really have words to express it. Just feel like my insides are the Heinrich being bashed apart, and something's going to be coming out of it. We of Liberty and Freedom, thank you so much. After Ireland was in Shasta yesterday, it cleared the area. I live almost 2 hours away, and I've never seen the sky such an indigo blue. It was amazing. Thank you so much for that, We of Liberty. And yeah, I mean, that's why we're all... we all have these missions, right? We don't really understand it or understand it. And we wind up being in certain places in divine timing. And she's very powerful. And, you know, so that's why we go to these areas, right? Like I'm in the belly of the beast right now because this area is going to be saved. You know, we are learning that not all areas in the world energetically are the same. Some places are more dense than others. Some places have been hijacked. There's all these different things. If you're new to the spiritual journey and you're interested, smash the like button. If you think it's just spiritual wackadoo, I'll see you later, kid. Because nothing could stop this. So yeah, there's a lot of big things that are about to pop off. We have to realize it for ourselves. And that's, you know, that's part of it, and it's okay because our world, our reality was dictated upon subconscious programs. That's why there's this term, sleeping. Yeah, it's true. It's scientific. Do you know people that are sleeping on your journey? We use this phrase, sleeping. And the reason behind this, it's called subconscious programs. All of us have been doing this. We rarely are living our lives awake, because 95% of the time we revert back to the subconscious programs. And this is part of nature. It was hijacked. It was hijacked by something called television. And they gave you programs to program your subconscious mind. And then you started, running these programs, and it actually became your reality. So the solar flash, we're getting geared up. On my journey, and this is my perception, I'm seeing that the sun got brighter again. And all we could do is collectively share this. There's not going to be breaking news. Dun, dun, dun. They're not going to tell you, oh, the sun just got brighter again. No. No, but what they do, they get people to hate their brothers and sisters. They get people to hate the sun that gives life to everything on the world, in the realm. And they want you to give up free will, to say it's okay to spray these satanic chemicals in the sky known as chemtrails. Franny Lee, 1206, thank you so much. Thank you, Michael, you're awesome. Thank you so much for the support, Franny Lee. And again, it's your perception, and it's free will. So God is actually here right now. The other guy's here as well. And this is the end. It's a biblical event. It's a spiritual war. And everyone has their free will. It's your free will to get up. You got to get up. No, some people are getting up right now. They're taking their shoes off. This is a real story right now. This is like some people people are waking up. They're taking their sneakers off. They're taking their shoes off. They're getting out of the box. They're rising up out of the basement. They're going out in nature, right? They're walking barefoot on the ground. They're allowing the light to come into their body. They're not putting on chemicals on their skin. They're not covering their eyes with $300 glasses of ego to block the sun from entering their pineal gland. That's what's going on right now. And then it's their free will decision to say no, to turn back on. Go back in the basement, lock the door, pull the shade down, stay out of the sun. Repeat the same thing that you were doing last year. It's all free will. Regardless of what you decide. Regardless of what you decide. You like that, right? Regardless of what you decide to do. We can all decide, make a choice. Over and over again, over the past several years, they say it's a free will decision to make the jump. The gap, it's getting wider. It's like now it's like it's better to just make a little hop skip. Now it's going wider. Now they're gonna have to run and jump. It's like a canyon right now. They're going to have to jump over the canyon. That's why it's always easier to do it ahead of time. Like, some people hear this term like preventative health, right? Like some people go for a checkup to prevent, right? So it's always better to stay up on top of things, right? You might change your diet today. You might not say, and again, everyone has their own journey. You want to be health conscious. You might not be fat. You might not have any health problems. And you're preventative. You're changing your diet today. So that's a real life example. Karen, 999, completion. Thank you so much, Karen. Embrace those that are asleep. They weren't meant to wake up right now. Keep working on your own journey so when they start to wake up, you can help them learn the truth. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. I've done a full, if you're new to the channel, anyone, watch the video on being the lighthouse. You can't wake anyone up. And that's why we have to even cut people out of our lives. Because if they don't want to wake up, all it's doing is bringing you down. Bring you down. They have to see it for themselves. Remember, the truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. I know a lot of people, they want to spread the truth, share the truth. But it can't be told to them. They have to realize it for themselves. And that's why a great shaking is happening right now. I did it, Sai. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should be part of our group chat. I interact with everyone in the group chat. It's great. Yeah, it's really important. It's important to realize that we have to become the change that we want to see in the world. Yeah, all of the program. Listen, all of these cultures have beautiful information, but it's the matrix and the ego that gets our brothers and sisters to argue with each other, fight with each other. I'm better than you. And that's why a lot of why things keep, like we're saying, why isn't it getting? It is getting better. But a lot of what's going on is the humans are still rooted in the ego. So you might know people and they say, well, I could do spiritual better than you. Do you know people like that on your journey? I could do spiritual better than you. It defeats the whole purpose. Got to wake up now. So, So Wim Hof does a lot of those cold things. I am not into the cold, but maybe barefoot in the snow does work. I am not a big fan of the cold though. I need to be on a nice warm beach. Let's take a minute to jump another octave. If you're just tuning in, the sun just got brighter again. And if you haven't shared before, do you realize that the sun is getting brighter again? Isn't that interesting? And that's why, we have to have the preparation to accept, like I'll give you another example. The temperature scale, right, was in the 70s, right? It was like 72. So, but I'm out there, and it's like I'm almost sweating. It's 72, right? The air is cold, but the sun, it's just making you boil inside. Like even last night, I was like in the house, right? And it's like it's in the 70s, and I'm like burning up. So is that something that you're experiencing, right? So the temperature can read something that's lower, right? So it like in the lower 70s, in the past at least. No, this is true, right? And see, I love to give these real life examples, so then it helps people realize this is really happening. Oh, it's happening. So at 70s, right? 72, 73, I'm not really sweating and oh my God, it's so hot. But lately I am. And maybe that resonates with you. That's happening with you, Kim. That's why we share and collaborate. So we might be experiencing that at a lower temperature. We're actually feeling hotter than it actually is. And that's this more incoming galactic solar flash energy. And it resonates within the DNA receptors. And that's why you're feeling hotter. And that's why, like, within the earth, and we talked about neutrinos. Neutrinos can pass through solid matter. It passes into the earth. The energy is bubbling up right now. You could feel it in your body. You're ready to bubble up and burst right now. It's a big burst. So that's why we're noticing increased earthquakes and volcanism. This pressure, this energy has to erupt. It's the cellular vibes, Jennifer. So we're feeling it inside of us. The earth is feeling it, and that's why there's a great shaking. God is going to shake this earth like it's never been shook before. And a massive crash is about to happen. And how will this crash manifest in this reality? Nobody knows how, nobody knows the day or time, but it's just an energy theme. God shaking, crashing, God saying, wake up. Boom, crash, start again. I love this name. Slow Hurry. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mike, sun kicking. Lot of rain, building arc in Cocoa Beach. Changes taking place. My body temperature has been funked up and down. Still pumping though. Still pumping. Always be pumping, baby. Don't always be pumping. I love you, Slow Hurry. Yeah, the temperature. Listen, even right now, I'm burning up right now. It's not so hot right now. You know, it's September. It's not August anymore. And the temperature reading is not so, let me update it. It says 67. Yeah, 70 degrees. So, yeah, you might be burning up in 70. In the 70s, you might be feeling warmer than ever before. Because this energy from the great solar flash, it's bursting inside of you, yeah. And a lot of people, you know, this takes them out of their comfort zone because they have no control. That's why they mock and shame and attack our beautiful, spiritual, Christ, Hopi, prophecy, rainbow warriors, yeah? And it makes those that are rooted in the ego very uncomfortable because they have no control. You thought you were so powerful, but God is going to solar flash blast everything. And if you're new to this, you should check out Dolores Cannon. She spoke about this time period. Future proves past. Ben, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. That looks like the solar flash happening behind the Fox. I'm very grateful for you, Ben. It's amazing to have your brothers and sisters here. Ohio, heart of the USA. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. It's a massive awakening. When you realize subconscious or running in the subconscious means asleep. When you realize that light is information. We were in the dark. When we remember the solar flash is giving us the light, that is the information that takes us out of the subconscious way of life. That's what the great spiritual awakening is all about. I told you, I'm the best there is at what I do. It's true. You have to harness the power of I am at this time. Know the difference between the powerful I am spiritual warriors that are walking around and the narcissists that are rolling. It's true. And, you know, that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to be popular. A lot of people, you can say, oh, do this to get a viral video. This is every day I'm observing. That's what observe. Just be the Tesla said, be the observer. Just observe. Process. God has given you the answers. That's why you're sealed in the forehead. Uncorruptible. You are uncorruptible during the solar flash. Your DNA is uncorruptible. Solar flash. Boom. Start again. And that's what this time period is all about. So I'm grateful for all of you. We're coming together in divine timing. Your support, sharing our channel is it's so wonderful. So please take this video link today and share it on all platforms with the hashtag SolarFlash. Boom. It's coming. And it can't be stopped. We've had many of them already. Our channel lasts the test of time. You could go back to the 2020 December episodes of the Schumann resonance when it went off the chart. We had that first solar flash. And guess what? Our stomach, especially mine, this is a major swelling, but that upgrade or whatever it was actually more painful. This is more swelling at this time. That's why we collaborated about our Ascension symptoms. We're making the connections. Solar plexus chakra, solar chakra, ancient Sanskrit chakra means spinning wheel of energy. And that's why we have to keep moving forward. We put on the full armor of God. We keep sharing, and those last minute brothers and sisters that are coming on, this is like the ship. It's like the ark. Are they coming on the ark? Are you coming on the ark? Come on the ark. We're getting out of here right now. We're going. It's either like a light ship right now because it's not a tsunami wave. It's a light tsunami wave. So we're going on the light ship now. So I love each and every one of you. I'm grateful for the support. Clicking like, subscribing to the channel, sharing the link. If you'd like to be part of our group chats, the links are in the description. If you'd like to be in our Zoom meetings and support on Patreon, the link is in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, the link is pinned above. I'm grateful for all of you, regardless of what you do. We move as a unit. And that's how we're doing this right now. Remember this. Collectively, we are greater than the sum of our parts. Once again, collectively, we are greater than the sum of our parts. So when we stick together, vibrational synchronization, move as a unit, we'll make it to the new earth. Oh yeah, and so it is. I love you. I love you all. I hope that this message resonates with you. Share with others. Leave comments about your experiences with the solar flash. Is the sun brighter to you? We're going to have a poll for everyone that has subscribed to the channel. Participate in the community tab and go back, and you could even participate on the other polls. They last the test of time. I love you all. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.